Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe down below. Also hit that like button if you enjoy this video. I'm going to be showing you how to do a quick 9-line Python file to play kind of a Halloween prank on your friends. It kind of takes over their computer to a screen that they really couldn't close out. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump right into the code in here. I have a folder on my desktop called Python Prank. I just opened it up and I'm going to start my file here. I'm in Visual Studio Code. We'll hit New File. And I want to name this main.py, since I'm going to be doing this in Python. Okay, we're going to be starting with tkinter, so our first line is going to be import tkinter. Click on that. We're going to do root equals tkinter dot tk. Add our parentheses in here. Need to put a little space after enter. Want that on a new line. Equals tkinter. We'll go down to our next line. We're going to do root dot attributes. Parentheses here. I'm going to do a single quote dash, and we're going to do full screen. This is going to make our program that they run take over the entire screen, so it will be completely full screen, and they won't be able to hit like an X button or anything like that on there. So we're going to do comma. We're going to put true because we want it to be full screen. Next line, we're going to do root. Do attributes again. And this time we're going to do topmost. So what this is going to do is make it where it's the topmost window. So anything they try to open up, like doing tab, I'll like pick some other tab. It's always going to put this right up front so they can't get out of it to exit it. But I will show you how you can exit it out of here. So if you do run this prank on somebody yourself at home, you'll know how to get back out of it. So we do topmost. And then we're going to do comma. We'll do true on this too. We'll go down. This time we'll do root config. Config. We want to do BG, which is going to be our background color. So like any normal hacker you know out there, they like the color black. So we're going to do that to make the background black. Now here's where we're going to put in what we want it to say. So in the spirit of Halloween, I'm doing you've been hacked, and then there's going to be a separate line under it, and it's going to say Happy Halloween, and we're going to color the text orange. So I'm just going to call this my label. Then we're going to do equals tkinter dot label. Add our parentheses. We're going to do root comma text, because we're entering a text, equals. This is where you're going to put in your message. Feel free to make this say whatever you want it to. Been hacked. Put some exclamations on here. Then I'm going to do a new line. This is so the Happy Halloween will be on a line under what we have there. And backslash n. I need to take the caps off for this. Okay. Then we're going to say Happy Halloween. And we'll put some exclamation points on here as well. So now that we have that, we're going to put a comma after this. Staying inside the parentheses, we're going to do FG, which stands for foreground, which is going to be the color of your text that you're using. And I'm going to do the color that I found was kind of closest to like a Halloween orange. And I'm going to put this in a single quote as well. You're going to do your hashtags. This is color code E66C2C. Inside those single apostrophes, then we're going to go outside. We're going to do a comma. We're going to do BG equals. This is going to be for the background color again, where the text box is going to be. We're just going to do black so that it'll mix in with everything else. We'll add a comma. We'll do font equals. This is where you can set the font style you want, size, and if you want it bold, underlined, anything like that. We're going to do Arial. Add a comma. I want to do 50, which is like 50 pixels for the size of the font. Add a comma there. And need a quote here. Then we're going to do bold. B-O-L-D. Inside a quote as well. Okay. We'll add another comma. Do height. And then we're going to set that equal to 300. Add a comma. Then I'm going to do width, and I'm going to do 300 on the width as well. So do width. Set that equal 300. Okay. Then we'll come down to our next line. We're going to do my underscore label dot pack. This is what's going to get it to show up on the screen for us. We're going to do patty equals 100. Need a parenthesis there. So this next line is going to be optional. We're going to do root dot protocol. And what this line does is makes it where they can't close it no matter what they click, like any X or right click or anything like that, where they can't escape out of it. So if you use this, you will have to be able to go to like a new desktop window to pull up like Task Manager, or you actually have to restart the computer in order to get back in here so you can delete it so it doesn't keep blocking everything and they won't be able to do any kind of work. So like I said, preferably leave this kind of commented out. If you don't want to use it, if you want to, that's fine, but just be prepared to address the issue of not being able to get it to close. So again, guys, this is just for a prank, not to be used maliciously or anything like that. So we're going to do lambda none, so that makes the button where it won't work. And then lastly, we're going to do root dot main loop so that this will run. Add our parentheses. Go ahead and comment this out for now. We'll click run, see if we got any errors. And we do on no attribute label. So I've missed something here. Oh, probably because of this equals. Okay. Okay, so I used a lowercase L here. I needed to do an uppercase. Alright, so we should be good to run now. Okay, so this is the screen that pops up. It says, "You've been hacked. Happy Halloween." You'll notice, like, no matter what I click, any keys I hit, like this doesn't close whatsoever. There's no X up here in the corner to close it. So, being that we didn't disable everything, you can hit the Windows key. You'll see it down here at the bottom of this little Python emblem. If you'll go up here to the corner, hover over the X, click it, it'll close it out. However, when you uncomment this code here, this line 8, if you uncomment this, clicking that little X and stuff will not close it out. Also, if you do like Alt-Tab and try to go to a different window, once this is running, it won't work. You can see I can go to my command line here, and I can go to like my OBS window or whatever I'm trying to look at. Okay, so let me run this code and show you again how this won't work if this is in here. So go ahead and run this. Okay, so you see the window here. You see I have Alt-Tab, and say I want to switch my command prompt. It doesn't let me. If I want to go back to Visual Studio Code, still doesn't let me. So that's what that topmost line of code does, that it blocks it so that they can't get out of it, which is this line here, line 4, topmost, that blocks it. So something you can do with this as well is you can convert this to an exe file using something like PyInstaller, and you could put this in a startup folder on your friend's Windows machine, and every time they run their computer restart or whatever, this is going to pop up and run. Like they'll be on there for, you know, probably 30 seconds to a minute. This will run as part of the startup. It'll pop up on their screen again, and then they'll be stuck here. So it's kind of a funny prank, but just be aware that you will have to tell them how to close it out, because a lot of common people that use computers won't know to use like the Windows key and then down here to X. And like I said, if you uncomment this, the X's will not work. Before I do that and show you, you can, like I said, convert this inside of like your command prompt. Just go to wherever you created your file. Okay, once you're inside here and you're ready to make your file, you're going to do PyInstaller. The name of your Py file, which we done main.py. And then you're going to do --1 file. This is going to compose everything down to one file instead of a bunch of separate ones, and it'll make it into 2 folders, and then I'll show you what that looks like. You'll see one that says like dist, and that's where your exe file is going to be. So click enter on this. Okay, you'll see it's running through here and it's making the exe file for us. Once this is done, I'll show you what it looks like. It doesn't take too long, so okay, build complete. Tells you where your results are, where your script ends up, and it's in the dist folder. So we'll go to File Explorer. You'll see this dist folder in the same area that you had your main.py file. So you'll double click that. You'll see this is main.exe, or it's a main and its application. I think we can do file types on here. File name extensions. Okay, you'll see this main.exe now. So this is executable on any Windows machine. You could send this to somebody via like an email or USB plugin or something like that. Like I said, or you could add this main.exe to the startup program folder on a Windows machine. That way, every time it starts up, it will run this again. But just show you it works, we'll double click to run the app. You'll see you've been hacked. Happy Halloween. So, okay, I also wanted that in here to show you what happens when you take this little hashtag off and you run this all together. Again, like I was saying before, guys, if you do this, you will have to be able to get to a separate desktop screen or do a restart and able to get this to stop so that you can close it out. So we'll go ahead and run this. See, you've been hacked. Happy Halloween. Still, again, I don't have any way of closing this. No matter what I click, type in the keyboard, escape key, nothing works. Hit the Windows key. You'll see it's down here. Click the X. It does not close. It will not close this out. So no matter how many times I click it. Also, if we do like a Alt tab, if you were trying to pull up a different tab, it will not let you change tabs. So you're pretty much stuck on this screen. You can't do anything. Like even if you try to do like Task Manager, it's not going to pop up. It's behind this screen, so you can't even get to it to end the process. So like I said, you would have to do like a tab, do a new desktop, go to the new desktop, Task Manager, go in and kill the process that's running, which would be the PI file under your like your Visual Studio Code or your Windows exe that you set up, whatever you named it. So just be aware, guys, that this will kind of lock up their computer. There ain't really much they can do to switch between anything. So, but that's all I have, guys. Thank you for watching. You guys have a happy Halloween.